It's the incredibly liberating truth that you no longer have to spend your entire time on this earth surrounded by people you don't actually like. When you really break it down, the vast majority of our adult life are spent trapped inside giant institutional systems that force human interaction on us, whether we want it or not.
What is up, everyone? My name is Carlos, aka C. Welcome to the C Talks channel. Let's get into the video that I played at the beginning. That was Reese Will. He had the fortune, and it's a fortune in today's day and age, to retire at the age of 55. You heard that right, not 65, the suggested retirement age. 55. I think that's miraculous. Not that many people will have the ability to retire at that age. You have to be very smart and very intentional with your trajectory, your work trajectory over 30, 40 years to get to retire, to be able to retire at 55. Reese says that we're conditioned to believe that retirement is the prize at the end of the maze. Retirement is the finish line for individuals participating in capitalistic societies. You go to college, you get a job, you start working, you work for ideally 40 years if you manage to get out of college at the age of 25 to 65. You run, you jump through all the hoops, you deal with all the stress, and you ideally retire at 65. That's a lie. That was a nice idea for a period of time. It might have worked for past generations, but I don't think it works anymore. I think individuals are pretty much left to fend for themselves in the modern financial landscape and in modern times. You have to look out for yourself. Forget retirement. Start a business, invest, try to find ways to make more money, have multiple streams of income. You can't just depend on a day job. Reese said something that I really resonated with. He said that a huge percentage of modern adult life is built around tolerating people. Now, that's a nugget. When you go to work, you are surrounded by people that you have to tolerate. Annoying office mates, pain in the butt supervisors, people asking you to work faster, work harder, get this done quicker, improve this metric of your performance. It never ends. When you're not at work, you don't have to deal with these people. When you retire, when you leave an employer, you don't have to deal with those people. You have to really be patient to be a good employee because some people are just miserable. They're insufferable. I think for the most part, a decent amount of people that you'll encounter in the workplace are tolerable. But some people, man, you just wish they were on an island by themselves. And even then, they would be miserable with their own company because they're just miserable people. The whiners, the complainers, the people who can't get anything done, so they're asking everybody else for help. Those people, ugh. And then there's the toxic people. Don't even get me started about the psychopaths and the narcissists of society. They ruin workplaces. Narcs ruin workplaces. Psychos ruin workplaces, and they exist. And some of them make it to high positions because they're cunning, they're liars, they're nut jobs, they're They know what to do and when to do it and how to make it seem like they're better than everybody. It's insane. It's insane. The amount of people, and I've been working professionally for years. I got my engineering degree at 2019, but in 2019, but I also did other lines of work before. But the amount of people that you come across who are in high positions, who are incompetent and are very cunning and maniacal and evil, it's a lot. It's not just a few. I've entered places and all the supervisors don't know what they're doing. What the hell? It's crazy. It's crazy. Reese says, you wake up in the morning and no one is assessing your value. I like my free time. I like not working. I like just being a person. When I'm off, when I'm on vacation, there's nobody assessing my value. What's your performance score this quarter? How fast did you get this done in this pay period? Nobody. Why? So the assembly line way of life, which worked for years and benefited individuals during the heyday of America, 1970s, because after that everything is going to hell. The assembly line way of work doesn't work anymore. People are on to the fact that it's a scam. Why do we still put people under these insane production metrics? Oh yeah, because of capitalism. The company needs to still make money, and companies don't want to spend money on employees. So what do? They just squeeze all the people that they have as much as they can until people quit. And when a ton of people quit, the companies have to kind of look at themselves and say, oh, well, we're messing up. Let's see what we can change. But it takes a lot for companies to change. And it takes a lot for cultures to change. I hope that in my life, let me get some water. I hope that in my lifetime, we can see some cultural shifts in America and in modern capitalism that reduce just how much people have to work and for the better. I don't think it's AI, but I think that we need major changes because this assembly line way of doing things, of stressing out workers, of forcing people to give up their life for a job doesn't work. People want to just get in and get out and retire as early as they can. People don't want to work till they're 65. I don't want to work till I'm 65. Do you? I'm sure you don't. I would like to retire early. Approval is another thing that Reese brings up in that video. We have to ask another adult, i.e., your supervisor or your manager, when you have a job, for permission to take a vacation, to go to the Bahamas, to go to Barbados, to take a 1 or 2 week trip. You have to ask for permission from another adult just like you. Hey, boss, is it okay if I live my life for 2 weeks starting next Friday? Is that all right with you? And you have to send an email and you have to put in an approval on whatever portal, leave approval portal, and just get it approved. Come on. Why is life like this? Why did we make life like this? That's a question I ask myself. Why and when? Why did we do this to ourselves? It's pointless. I've mentioned this. So my last video, I think, was about tortoises and how I can identify to the tortoise, and it's my spirit animal. I did some AI research because I had the intuition, me being a smart guy, that there is no animal in the animal kingdom that trades their surplus time, all their time and youth, for a bunch of resources way later in life. Humans trade all of our time and energy when we're young to making money with the hope that we can enjoy that money way later in life when we're older, more senile, and can't frankly do as much. No animal does that in the animal kingdom. No animal does that. Find me an animal. There's no animal that does that. It's not working. Reese figured it out. He got to work. He got out of work at 55. I'm trying to do the same thing. I hope you, the viewer, are keen to what's happening and you're trying to do the same thing. That's all I have to say about that. If you liked this video, you'll also like this other video up on the screen. I'll be back with another video soon. So stay tuned. Peace.